You can also cry.
Cry. You can cry when you try to make videos with 4 children.
The first video was so easy.
I know.
Oh god.
I think this is gonna be the funniest edit ever. Hi guys, I'm here with Chrissy from Lunababyvlogs.
Hey guys.
And we created a tag today called the YouTube Meetup tag. And it is a 12 questions that you do with somebody you met through YouTube. And you can either do it together when you are together, or you can each do it separately on your own channels. But it is a tag that just asks us questions kind of about what it was like meeting the person and
hanging out with them
and stuff like that. So it's just 12 questions that we put together.
You can also create this video and have it as a collab, and you guys can interchange videos and put them out, or you can also separate the questions and like half and half questions on each other's channel.
Okay, so the first question is, what was the first video you saw of the other person?
So the first video I saw from Mommy to Phoenix was her butternut squash recipe with the baby bullet. I had just purchased the baby bullet and I was looking for recipes I could make for Annalie, and I saw that that was a really one of the first videos that popped up, and I started watching that video, and then I got interested in watching her channel and things like that, and then I just subscribed and
I can't remember the exact video I saw, but I know that I saw her from another channel, like somebody mentioned her, or somehow I went to her channel, and I think it was a vlog that I first saw, a vlog type video, and then it kind of went from there. Question number 2, how did you figure out you were close enough to meet? So first I figured out she was in New Jersey, and that's when I started watching more and more of her videos, and then slowly after that, I guess we kind of started talking, and then eventually asked where exactly we were, once it got to a point where it wasn't creepy to say, where do you live?
Like we trusted each other a little bit. So for me, I started to watch her vlogs a lot more, and I did start to see things that were around my area, and then I also saw that a video of her posting that one of her babies or us was closing in our area, and that's when I really knew that we weren't that close, but we were sort of close because I had gone to that babies or us as well.
We were actually a lot closer at that point.
Yeah,
now we're a little further.
We're a little further now.
Question number 3. Is the other YouTuber shorter or taller than you thought they were from watching their videos? And this always happens to me. I notice a lot of people I watch, they'll say, oh, you know, you can't tell from my videos, but I'm 5 something, or I'm this short. So when I saw her, I didn't know she was, to me, she's short. And I didn't know, but then thinking back, I have seen a video with you next to your husband. So I was like, either her husband's super tall or she's really short. And it's kind of like both. Like she's really short and he's really tall.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was different than what I pictured on a video.
Yeah. Well, with you, you were a lot shorter than you look in videos and in pictures, because I've also seen you in front of your husband, and he's not that tall. That's why, much taller than you. Yeah. So because of seeing your husband, I thought you were taller. So when I saw her, she wasn't that tall. I thought that she was a lot more taller than what
I'm 5'2". You're
4'11".
Yeah,
so we're pretty close.
Yeah, that was funny though. It's funny though, the perception a camera gives. Like, it's not. Okay, number 4. Does she or he, but we say, talk the same in person as they do on camera? I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a different tone when you, depending what you're talking about, but like when you're everyday vlogs, it's like you're talking to me. I from what I think.
I also think so too about you. Just in your videos, sometimes I can tell that you're a little nervous. It's normal for us to get nervous. So I see that you will kind of stop for a minute while you're filming. But other than that, she sounds just how she is in her vlogs and her videos. She's just very genuine.
Yeah, like it's like we're talking. Now when I see your videos, now that I've met you, I feel like you're talking to me. Like I'm like, oh, like it's like she's right. Like I even find myself nodding and answering. Yeah, oh yeah. Like if I'm talking to her, because it's like it's pretty much the same. 5. What was it that made you decide this was a person you wanted to meet up with?
So with the YouTube mom community, I have really always seen moms on YouTube that meet through YouTube and then they meet up, and I always thought that would be super cool for me to do. I don't have much YouTube mom friends. I don't know, I just think I probably don't have as much time to really go on Facebook and communicate a lot, but with the YouTube friends that I do have, I really like appreciate them. So when I knew that we were close, I really saw this as an opportunity to meet another YouTube mom and relate with her and kind of like share our YouTube experience and also how we balance being moms at the same time.
Kind of the same thing. I mean, the fact that we were both moms, that I was just becoming a mom of 2 and she has been a mom of 2, so it was like, you know, I can get great advice from her, and the fact I don't really have any in real life friends from YouTube, so it's a different part of you that it's nice to be able to sit and talk with somebody in person about it instead of like texting. Like I have YouTube friends that I talk to, but it's different like in person and talking and vlogging and stuff like that. Number 6, what did you do the first time you met up? So the first time we met up, we just decided to meet up here at my home. So she just drove over with the girls and we just hung out here and talked, and it was actually Avery's 2-month birthday anniversary thing, whatever, 2-month birthday, and so we just had cupcakes and we were just kind of here, like just kind of getting to know each other really, and having the kids play.
It was more of a just getting to know each other, talking about each other, and knowing each other more than YouTube, because sometimes with,
it's
like,
different.
you don't share everything, so we were just getting to know each other and just talking about everything.
Number 7, was this the first person you met from YouTube?
Yes, I had never met another YouTuber, but I have met one of my subscribers. So when I met one of my subscribers, it was like funny because they actually came up to me and things like that, and it was really unexpected. But meeting her as a YouTube mom was very different because we were expecting to meet each other, and we had the different emotions about meeting each other, so it was... I
had actually seen her once in a store and from a distance, but I wasn't 100% sure it was her, and I felt weird like going up to her because it was like, oh, like I'm a subscriber. I have a sock on my hand.
Mom life.
I'm a subscriber, so it would have been like, oh hey, I know you, and then it's like, well, what if she doesn't really know me, and then like so it was weird. But
and I told her you should have I told her you should have came up to me. We would have really
it would have been a different way of meeting for the first time. But I have met somebody else from YouTube but it didn't go too good, so she's the second person I've met from YouTube. Question number 8. What was one new thing you learned after meeting them in person that you didn't know from just watching their videos?
So for me, it was kind of the way she's very organized. I would see her home organized in her videos, but then just walking into her home and seeing how she has like all her little toys set up and all these things, it's kind of like I started to think she is very organized and very detailed too. When she told me that she had done her Avery's cupcakes, I was just like, wow, she's very creative and things like that. And I've seen her do it yourself things, and I've always thought that, but actually seeing it in person made me really think, wow, she's a very organized and detailed person.
So something that I learned not from in person that I didn't know from her videos was that we have a lot in common, and through videos I kind of saw small things here and there, but there's a whole other side of a person that you don't see when you're making videos through their videos. So it's like, oh, we have that in common, or we have that in common, but sometimes you can have things in common and you still don't click. Yeah, so just that first day we met and things we've talked about, it was kind of like, like we had a lot in common, even going back stuff past YouTube and mommy stuff, like we had a lot in common to relate to, and I didn't know all of that from just watching her videos. Okay, question number 9. How did you decide it was safe to meet this person?
Okay, so at first, when I first told my husband, because I kind of mentioned it to him, he said, oh, that would be nice, but are you sure that this person is who they say they are? And of course, it's always like you have to worry. You have kids, you're bringing your kids into meeting new people and things like that. So I just knew that she was very genuine. Just looking at her videos, and she is obviously sharing her life on YouTube, and she's also inviting me to her home, made me feel safe because no one would invite you to your home with their kids if they weren't safe at all. She has her own kids, and obviously she needed to protect her kids as much as I needed to protect my kids. So I just kind of felt that she was safe, and obviously she is too.
I didn't kill her and keep her children. Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mentioned it to my husband, and he was like, oh, are you sure it's not going to be, you know, I've met somebody in the past and it didn't work out, so that kind of made me skeptical. But I'm that type of person who kind of just takes a chance again, because if I let everybody pay for the last person's mistakes, I would never get anywhere. So, you know, I just kind of did my research a little more, make sure I knew enough about her, and like, you know, she shared where she was from, I shared where I was from, so, you know, I knew about her. So, and like I said, I invited her to my home to make her feel comfortable. And so that's kind of what I just did, and I just took the chance and decided, hey, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? And I'm glad I did, because, you know, it worked out. So, okay. Did you meet in a public place, and were you alone? Well, we kind of answered that one. We met at my home, and she came with her 2 girls, and I had Phoenix and Avery. Our husbands weren't there though, so it was just us. Number 11. After you first met, did you know you wanted to meet again in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Right after I left, I felt so comfortable with her, and we thought of having our husbands meet as well. We don't know how that's gonna go, but you know, like, we're both families, and we have 2 kids, and we have things in common, so maybe like that. We always talked about having future meetups with our husbands being involved. Yeah,
like doing more family stuff, because it's very hard to to find people who enjoy like being with their family and doing stuff family wise. Like, it's nice for us to meet up and do videos and stuff, because that's what we enjoy, but it will be nice too to like meet up with the husbands, do something they enjoy, do family things, the things kids enjoy, and get out of, you know, the house as well. So yeah, we definitely talked about it, and then this is the second time that we meet up, so maybe next time it'll be with our husbands, but we're definitely having fun, even though it's just us and the 4 kids and this craziness.
I just got a goldfish thrown at me.
Might as well eat it. Okay, and the last question. What advice would you give to other YouTubers who wanted to meet up for the first time? The advice I would give is to definitely do your research, like know who you're meeting up with, maybe talk to each other for a while before you meet up, make sure it's somebody you want to meet up. Don't just, hey, we're both YouTubers and we live in the same area, let's meet up, and not know really what the person's about, what they're like, what are their dislikes, because you can meet up and then realize you have nothing in common. I mean, that's fine, but try to, you know, meet up for a good reason, not just because, hey, we're both YouTubers and we live in the same area, let's meet up. Like, you should definitely try to have something in common at least, or have a common ground with each other.
Sometimes being on YouTube, we feel so comfortable with the people we watch that we know them and we know everything about them, but we don't. So what's important is to get to know the person before you actually go ahead and meet them. But since you've had such a bad experience, like, I'm sure that
it was hard because
more cautious about it.
Yeah, because you think you know someone, like I said, but I definitely didn't do as much research. And things happen. You can meet somebody and be the best of friends for a long time, and then something goes wrong. Just like in any friend, just like an everyday friend, any friendship can go bad. So just definitely that part. Just make sure you know who you're meeting up, do your research, and meet for the right reasons. Okay, so that was our YouTube meetup tag. We tag, I tagged Yami from 9 Kids Who's Counting, well, 8 Kids Who's Counting, Adriana from Adriana's Corner, Mommy Tips by Cole, say those?
Jalen and Mama, Mommy Archives, Daily Bumps, Aaron and Baby,
Yeah, and we want to tag Aaron and Baby because we hope to do this tag with you one day, Aaron and Baby. If we meet up soon, maybe for when you come here for playlist live, maybe we can meet up and do this tag together. That would be so nice. And also Brittany from Brittany and Baby and Vanessa from 2011 Teenage Mom, and anybody who has met somebody through YouTube, you can just either get together and do this video or do it apart and put it on each other's channels about the person you've met. And make sure you go to Chrissy's channel, Lunababyvlogs, and check out the video we did on her channel. We did the mommy scenario tag. Subscribe while you're there and show her some love.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.